What's up, guys? What's up, girls? Train Farmer here with my stock recap review on the day. Up and down, man. Up and down today. Wild day. Luckily, and if I don't take any more trades, luckily I'm finishing up near my highs. And trust me, I was not here at my highs most of the day. I had scalped DBLT up to about almost $5,000 profit on that, and then boom, took a $2,000 loss. Let me see if I can get to it. I mean, it was bad. So there I am, about $5,000. This is my recording from this morning. Got up to about 5,000 on it. Great, awesome profit. And it wasn't the easiest to get. I really had to work for this profit. As you can see, I'd get in, it would work a couple times. The spreads were kind of all over the place. And so I really had to work for this $5,000. And let's see, it's going to be a little bit further ahead here. Okay, so it broke out above 935. Had a nice breakout. Here it is. Here it is. I honestly, I don't even want to watch this. I get in with, well, let's watch it here. I get in with, full size, 5,000 shares on this, and thinking we're going to curl back up, at least get a push back up through 960. And let's watch how this plays out. I'm looking, I'm like, okay, bears think they have it here. Let's pinch them. I load up, right? I don't know where it's going to be here any second. I load up any second. I think we're going to go up higher. I load up, boom, 5,400 shares. We get a little pop there, and boom. Oh, PTSD, dude. PTSD. Let's see if we can get my audio on it. $230 is more than a lot of people. Oh shit. Oh. Anyway, I just wanted to play that. We were actually talking about another trader. I think we were talking about Relentless. He had $300 on the day, and I was like, oh, that's more money. Yeah, I wasn't even focused. We were talking, and not that really I had much time to get out. That was a pretty fast flush. I did have an extra second of waste that probably cost me, who knows, $400, $500, $600, because I wasn't on the buy. My finger wasn't on the sell market, and I could have flattened it with my hotkeys. I could have flattened the position with my hotkeys. I don't like to do that. Looking back, I should have had my finger ready to go. I honestly wasn't expecting that, but sometimes that happens. Sometimes you get stuck in a flush like that. There's nothing you can do. And then from there, I did a little bit of revenge trading. Really didn't get much, and I actually bled my profits, not on TBLT, but my overall profits, down to $2,000 even. And I was like, I should cut it, and I needed to cut it. My timer had gone off an hour, it had just gone off 5 minutes previous. You can tell light volume wasn't a good area to trade to begin with. But anyways, I eventually had to give it up on TBLT. I had to walk away from TBLT because it lost all its strength. Then I went over to VRAX. So that was basically it. So back here, I mean, if you watched the stream, you saw a lot of these trades already. I need to get to the right chart pattern. But anyways, TBLT wasn't, the worst. At least it had range, right? Okay, yeah, it had flushes. It was difficult, whippy, and choppy, but at least we had movement. Sometimes when the market's really slow, the stocks move up 3 pennies and then back down 3 pennies, and then after a few minutes it flushes 20 cents. The nice thing about TBLT is it did have range. It did move, but you had to be careful on it, and it was not it wasn't an easy stock to trade. So it wasn't really a stock that anybody can make money on. This was an advanced level stock, and not only advanced, but it had to be a stock that you liked trading, or the type of rhythm that this stock had only suits a very niche amount of traders. Only a very select few, and a select few is still thousands of traders, but there's not a lot of people that are trading penny stocks like TBLT with that amount of risk and that amount um of trickiness. And looking at the volume profile, look at how bad it really is. Looking back, I was totally blind to that. Huge red volume in green, and of course that was used to be green volume, but what makes it bearish is the selling overtook the buying in that high volume area. So in a high volume area where selling takes over, that tells you, who's in control then. What does that tell you? That tells you sellers are in control, because we had a high volume candle here, high volume, a lot of buying, a lot of selling, but it ended up to be more selling than buying. So that tells you the bears are in control. Also, not just bears are in control, but maybe bulls are also weak. It's both sides of the table. The short sellers are selling, and then bulls are selling if they're scared and they don't trust it. And so that combination creates selling pressure. So anyways, got caught in that flush. Some of you guys saw it, and it sucked. So anyway, I went over to PGY, and I've traded PGY before, and so I kind of, understood the rhythm of it. It wasn't easy. I mean, I started trading it back in here when it was actually strong. Caught small size up through high day here, but then it sold off. I caught some trades off the lows, trying to catch different trades. Tried to buy this red candle here. Tried to buy this. I bought up here. I bought up here thinking we'd get that continuation up to high day and squeeze, but I think the problem was our volume wasn't there. Our volume wasn't there, and we were extended, and I think it was a combo deal with the volume not being there and the fact that it was already extended. I mean, we've come up from where? I mean, down to 20. That's a 12-point move. That's pretty hot market kind of action. And I think the market is heating up. Friday was hot, couldn't really capitalize on it. But Monday here, a lot of options, a lot of stocks going. It wasn't the easiest action. I see a trade here on PGY, possibly entry up at VWAP, up a move up to 27. I have to watch it. You have to be careful. I'd rather see some more strength. I want to see some more strength before I'd get in. I'd want to get in around 29 and ride it up through, ideally up through 29.50. That would be best case scenario, but I like it to prove itself here. Okay, so this is where I'd be looking for an entry. I'd be watching this level here. Let's see if this seller breaks. Looks like we have a bid right up there, so it looks pretty strong. It would probably be a pretty safe bet to buy here at 28.99. It might get a little choppy, but that looks like a decent trade up to 29.50. And people you see people have their orders up here already. People are already anticipating a possible pop, so they have their orders ready. Anyway, so that's my review. Finishing up here 4,700. It's sad to think that I was already up here at 4,500 and I had to make back another. This could have been a $6,000, $7,000, $8,000 day. It could have been. It really could have been. Just sadly did not work out today. MGAM, $600 red on it. That was right early in the morning. Losing on it. It was pretty quick, honestly. I saw the entry down here at around 1650. So you can see here I'm loading up 900 shares, but we're getting resistance. And what happens is the spreads open up. Next thing you know, I'm selling down here at 1640, just like that, right? So pretty quick on MGAM. And the sad thing about that one is it did end up working as I thought it would. It did end up doing what I thought it would do. And that's evident by the chart here that I just pulled up. What happened? Did we just lose internet? No, we didn't. Hopefully not. TBLT had some nice trades on it. Now I was red on TBLT, but I came back on it luckily. Where is my trade on MGAM? Up here. So yeah, I already lost some money. And it sucks. Let's see if I can get that trade. No, I already was. But look I had my entry at 1650. Look at where it's at now, 1850. A 2-point move in about 5 minutes. Even on 900 shares, that would have been like an $1,800 win. There's my there's my loss on oh, this was nasty. Look at where I was on TBLT. Had a nice $1,000 win. Look at what happened. Look at what happened. Boom. Had to cut it. Had to cut it. And look at the frustration. Look at that. Look at that face there. So I think the main point today is it was a frustrating day. And that's the way it goes sometimes in those moments. And look at that trade I was talking about. Look at how well it worked. I almost want to start trading it again, and I might, honestly. That's a pretty decent move there. I might trade that. So I was talking about that trade. Look at where it is now. I thought we'd get best case up to 29.50. We're at 31.50. Oh man. I don't know if I should trade it or not. Wow. Oh man, I need to shut this down before I take that trade. It looks like it's going to go to high a day. It might pull back here, but then I think it's going to go to high a day. Hmm. Ah, I want to take a trade. I've already exported my files. So I might take a trade on it here in a second, which is why I'm waiting. Doesn't take long for me to get caught in a bad trade. I could go smaller size. The thing is, I would like to take 2,700 shares on this, but I can't. I don't have enough buying power. This is the problem. Let's see if it wants to take off here. If it wants to take off, I'll buy it. Maybe we'll get some live trading on this recap. What's it gonna do? Is it I want to see some buying. Nah, it's looking a little weak here. It's holding. I'll give it that. It's holding. But besides that, it's a little worrisome of what it's going to do here. Halt is 27.20. If I take a big loss on this recap, I mean, I'm going to be sick to my stomach. Really am. Ah, interesting. Gotta watch it here. Be careful. My volume is up high. Getting out there, it lagged. I was worried. I don't know what the deal was. Is my system lagging? Or is it just seriously no volume? What's the deal here? So it is coming up. I did make a solid 9 cents on it, so that was 180 bucks about, or a little over 100 bucks. For some reason we're not getting much action here. There we go. There we go. So, already missed out on some good profit. Interesting. Really interesting here. I haven't seen the strength yet. Like to see some buying here. Like to see some buying. Taking a loss. Lost 200 there. What's it gonna do? Sort of in a weird light volume area. Halt is 2750. This is where I'd expect buyers to step up. They're not stepping up. Here they're stepping up. That's what you want to see. I want to see bulls take control here and send this to high day. Sometimes if you sell market, the algos will like that and they will pop it up. Sold some there. See. Let's try to get it up to $31. This is risky. That bid and that ask is not favorable right now. I mean, that the bid is not favorable. I don't like when it stalls like that. I might have to sacrifice another 300 shares to spike the algorithm. Selling there for a tiny profit. I don't know why we have so much selling here. I think ideally it would have been better to hold through that, but came down a little stronger than I would have liked. A little too much selling on that buyer there. And if that buyer broke, then all hell could have broke loose. A small win there, sadly. Smaller than what it could have been, but I was trying to hold for that bigger move. For some reason, we're getting some selling here of some nature, of some unknown origin. Like what? Now up to 5,000 on the day. Should maybe cut it. It's getting late into the day. The only reason why I'm not is because I like PGY. It reminds me of LGVN for those that have been following me a long time. That's another stock similar to this type of stock, and I did do well on it, but not. I did come back to LGVN quite a few times, and eventually I did get spanked on it, but I still walked ahead green pretty nicely on it. It's probably one of my top 5 best stocks I've ever traded with or traded on. So interesting. I would have liked to have seen a little better push up through 30.50. Let's see if we can test support and see if something happens. We have kind of a goofy spread in the ask here. So when you're trading these kind of stocks, you got to be careful where you get in, because if I just hit market now, I'm going to be in up here. So you really got to pay attention to where you're getting in. I'm scared of a flush here. I think there's potential, but I do not want to get stuck in a flush. I do see potential that this breaks, but I think it's a little too high risk area for me to get in. Just by watching the time and sales, I just don't like what I see there. VRAC's still coming up. Part of me thinks I should just. I mean, again, I'm just supposed to be doing my review. I'm just supposed to be doing my review, and here I am making pretty high risk trades on PGY with almost 2,000 shares. It's nearly $60,000 positions. We'll give it a little bit. I think the fact that we had this such a nice run here tells me that there is strength here in the stock. It doesn't mean it's a guarantee. It doesn't mean everything's gonna work out, but it means I want to watch it. It means I want to see if we do curl. Right now we're so light volume on it. It's holding here, which is interesting. Nothing tells me it's gonna go, but if it does start to go, I'm gonna want to jump on. Stagnant here, no volume. So something's got to click. In an interesting area here. See if we get a rip. Want to see volume come in here. That was a good sign. We need some short seller to cover his position and knock this baby up. It's kind of falling apart here. So that was an absolutely almost exactly a break-even trade. I was expecting a little better, a better push there. So what does this want to do? That's the question here. Spreads really opened up. I don't have a fill though. Halt is 27.21. I like the look. So it looks like we're in a standstill here. Took a bigger loss there. There goes all my profit. It was a pretty aggressive trade. Gonna watch it here. Interesting. So I actually could have got out of that trade break even. No volume on it. Wow. We need volume to come into this. To think that I could have got out of that trade break even and possibly profit. Watching it. Oh wow. So I got to cut it there, get back $700. Too light a volume. That ends it, guys. 43.28 over traded, but still better than I was before. So I'll call it there. Come back tomorrow. Hopefully get some better action. So take it easy, guys. If you enjoyed these, if you enjoy my streaming, if you enjoy my videos, do me a favor, drop a like, and I will be back tomorrow. Peace.